Hi guys, welcome back. In my previous video, if it's still on YouTube, I unboxed my new iPad 4, Generation 4. So I've just taken it out of the box, I've just started it up, and what I've done is I've connected the two. So this, I've spoken to this and communicated, and all the things and items and apps, etc. from this, and all the information has been transferred to this. Which was pretty effortless. It took it took exactly 7 minutes 40 seconds because I timed it. But otherwise, all good, all worked fine. And now I'm going to do a comparison of the two. Now, bear in mind, I'm not a tech geek or techie, but I'm going to do it from kind of a layman's point of view. But at the same time, I've got a little bit of information to share. The first thing you might notice is the size of the iPad. I mean, they're not hugely different, but the screen size is. So this is 10.9 liquid retina display, true tone, whereas this is 9.7. And if I switch the screens on, the same screen, because the information is exactly the same, you should be able to see the difference. But before I do that, here I've got the home key. So obviously I do it that way. And here I've got this really nice feature, because there is no home key, I've just used my fingerprint and it's almost instant. And you can see the screen size difference there. It's quite substantial actually. I mean, you would say it's only 1.2 inches, but it does actually make quite a difference. So fortunately, I've got the same apps on both because they've just connected. So whatever I play on this should play on this, and we can do a nice comparison. I admittedly don't know what all the technical terms are, but this has got an A14 Bionic chip with Neural Engine, and this has got an A8X chip. I don't know what that means, but it sounds good. The gig in this is a lot higher than this. I say a lot, I mean, I have got one of the lowest models. So I've got 64 on this, whereas this is 16. As you can see, there's some games here I play like Civilization and snooker, and even my piano. I can't, if I went to that and try to open Civilizations, it won't open because it just say there's not enough memory. That's a problem I've had with this. It takes up so much memory so quick, even things that are not stored in there in the back, you know, on iCloud or whatever. It just takes up too much memory, and I can't do all the things at once. I have to put one down. See, unable to install, your device not have enough memory. It's not because that's file's too big, or those Civilizations is a big file. It's because this is just too small. Anyway, so that's the first thing I'd point out. There is, you know, obviously much more memory. The camera in this, I've not tried this yet. Let's give it a go. So I'm gonna just go into camera. Let's flick them around. You can't really see much there, but I'll put something up so you can compare the two. I'm going to put the cover of the iPad up so you can see it in the background. It's the exact same camera. You can see the difference. This is clearly more vibrant than this. You can see that almost immediately. More colors. It's the exact same thing. It's the box for the iPad. That's 7 megapixels versus 1.2. But bear in mind that the camera on the back of the iPad is much different as well, and I'll show you. I'm going to flick it over. You can see. Very different. So 7 megapixels versus, see, I don't like this. You get fingerprint stains straight away, or I do. Anyway, how do you close this? I'm just going to change it to portrait. Right, okay, so the connectors. So you've got a USB connector versus a lightning connector. Obviously, you know, your USB connector is as such. It goes straight into the bottom. The difference I'll show you the difference, although there's not really much to see here. So you got that versus that. An opportunity to actually have a look at the width as well. Bear in mind the one on the top, the new one, has got a Folio smart case on it as well. Okay, which is a little bit awkward because it means I can't stick it into my USB walls, or at least I don't think I can. But anyway, it's not a big problem. Okay. Then this one does work with the pencil, and that's the main reason I bought this, because I want to start using Procreate. It's something I thought I'd use on, it's still loading here so I can't get into it, but it's something I thought I'd use on this, which actually prompted me to upgrade, because the pencils don't work on the second generation, or at least the iPad pencils, sorry, the Apple pencils. So I purchased a new pencil, and it's really cool because I think it just sticks to the side like that, which is really nice. Let me just turn the camera up a bit. Yeah, there you go. Which is really nice. The pencil doesn't work on here, so I've got Procreate on here, which is absolutely pointless because I will never be able to use it with an Apple pencil. There are other pencils which are compatible apparently, but I don't know too much about that. Bear in mind, I've not actually connected this pencil to the iPad yet, so I'm going to take it off because I don't want it to start prompting me to connect it. This also works with a Magic Keyboard and the Smart Keyboard Folio, whereas this one works with Bluetooth keyboards. One difference. We've gone through the capacity. Now the height, I'm going to have to read this out because I don't know it offhand, but this height is 247.6 millimeters, which is 9.76 inches, whereas this is 9.4 inches. Okay, that's the screen. And the width, 178.5, which is 7.2 inches, and 169.5 inches. Not a lot of difference really. A little bit of difference in the weight. So this is a pound, this is 0.96, that's 458 grams versus 437 grams. The cellular is slightly more, only a couple of grams more. The folio case does actually weigh a bit. So for this one, it's a bit more sturdy. So you can feel the weight if you can balance the two. This is, as I mentioned earlier, liquid retina display. This is retina display. It does look very different. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to open Netflix on both of them, if it lets me, because I don't know how many accounts I've got on Netflix, and it won't let me. So let's open something else, YouTube. So I'm trying to find the same video on YouTube. If I type in, I don't remember this scene, Squid Game. I'm trying to find that on here. There we go. So we're going to play them both at the same time. I've never played anything on here yet. Just get past the adverts. I'm just going to turn my headphones off from here so you can hear the true sound. Okay. I will stop one and play the other. Okay. Okay, so the same video is playing on both. You can see the difference straight away. I mean, if I start them both at the same time, you'll see what I mean. This just looks so much richer than this. I'm going to play the sound now. So I'll play the sound on this one, then I'll stop it. I'll play the sound on the other one. same one before you forget what that sounded like. Find the sound volume button. So just to recap, so we've got this versus
탁뽑기입니다. 선택하신 모양은 여러분이 뽑아야 할 모양입니다.
It's much clearer. I mean, you can tell straight away. I mean, this has two speakers. It's going to move this out of the way. It's got two speakers, which is good. I mean, it served me well. Whereas this has surround sound, 4 speakers, which is really cool actually, because it means that you've got audio in landscape mode. So when you do play it like that, you've got sound coming from both ends. Whereas if you play this like that, you've got sound coming just from one ear, if you like, if you're not using headphones. Speaking of headphones, this one has a headphone jack. And this one doesn't. No headphone jack. Which is, I suppose, the way we're going forward, isn't it? So I hope that comparison helps you guys in any way. I mean, the price difference is quite vast. I only got £70 trade-in for this, so I've decided to sell it privately, whereas this cost me £576. The case cost about £80. The pencil costs 120. So looking at almost 800 quid for that whole setup. This cost me, I think, about 350. I can't remember, but now they're worth next to nothing. What else is there to mention? I mean, they're both nano sims. This is also the camera. It's also got a really good front camera. So it's 7 megapixel front camera, and it's got 4K video recording with time lapse with stabilization. They both got that, in fact. 12 megapixel wide camera in here, whereas this has got 8. They both got digital zoom up to 5 times. And that's pretty much it. The hours, it's both about 10 hours on each, 9 hours of surfing on each. I don't really know what the Bionic chip with 64-bit desktop class architecture is. This has also got 64-bit desktop class architecture, and that's an A8 times chip. This is A40. I'm not sure what that means, but True Tone does make a difference. So wherever you are, it kind of detects your environment, and it just does wide color display, anti-reflective coating. It's got the laminated display. In fact, they both got anti-reflective coating and laminated display, but this just looks a little nicer. It's 500 nits, whereas this is 400 nits. And nits is actually, it's a Latin word for nitaya. It means shine. It's not an official term, but this shines a lot. The LCD range in this is a lot higher than this. I say a lot, it's 100 nits more. It's not an official term, nits, but it's something that iPad use. I think the Pro is 500, but 400 is really good. 500 is almost out of this world. Yeah, that's it. Is it worth it? Time will tell. I needed an upgrade, and I'm looking forward to using Procreate on this. And really, I mean, look at these picture differences. Oop, that doesn't work, does it? It's not letting me go landscape. Oh, there we go. No, okay. Let me try this. No, it's not working. Anyway, I'm looking forward to using Procreate on this. And just relaxing in the evening, listening to some good stuff. I use my iPad a lot. I use it for reading. I use it for watching mainly Star Trek and other things on Netflix. I use it almost every day, if not 2-3 times a day. So I'm a continuous user. So therefore, I know I'll get a lot out of this. Is it worth it? Again, time will tell. But I found if you upgrade Apple products every 2-3 years, if not 4-5 years, it's definitely worth it. If you upgrade every 1 year, I don't really think you'll see significant differences. The software upgrade is usually sufficient. So Brilliant. Thank you for watching my review, and sorry if there's been any confusion. Thank you. Bye.